Are you interested in making oil-free salad dressings from scratch? In the first part of this video, I'll explain and visualize the 6 steps to healthy and yummy dressings. Then we'll get practical and make 6 dressings ourselves. First up is my favorite super quick go-to single-serving Miso-Tahini dressing. Next, miso cashew dressing that my hubby can't get enough of. After that, you'll see how to make salad dressing with oven-baked veggies. This strawberry vinaigrette is one of my favorite creations this summer. All my guests have always loved this cashew-yogurt dressing. And finally, oil-free marinara sauce that is full of olive flavor. Also, make sure to head over to my blog and check out the comprehensive guide to oil-free salad dressings with tons of extra tips. But why oil-free salad dressings in the first place? Some doctors refer to heart-healthy oils. Is there really such a thing? Most people don't have a problem understanding the adverse effects of highly processed foods like sugars and refined flours. However, for some reason, when it comes to oils, people tend to get very protective. In reality, oils are as processed as sugars and refined flours. Think of how oils are made. Let's take olive oil as an example. It all starts with whole olives that are indeed very beneficial to us. It's noteworthy that whole olives contain 11 to 15% of fats, the majority being monounsaturated fats, which many people struggle to get into the diets unless they eat olive oil straight up. By the time you get the oil extracted from the olives, you are left with a mere 11 to 15% of their weight. This means that up to 89% of the olive's goodness is left behind. That is fiber and most of the vitamins and minerals. If you want to go deeper into the science behind the adverse effects of extracted oils, go and read my blog post and check out the references in the description box. So, step 1. Let's choose a base, aka the main ingredient or ingredients. You can go for cooked legumes like chickpeas, all kinds of beans, lentils, peas or edamame beans. Then veggies like tomato paste or sun-dried tomatoes. Other options include steaming or roasting summer and winter squashes, eggplant, potatoes, carrots, onion and even bell peppers. Moving on to higher fat choices such as nut and seed butters, tahini, almond, peanut, cashew, sunflower butter, or soaked and then pureed whole nuts and seeds like cashews, almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds. Avocados make an excellent creamy and healthy monounsaturated fat base. And the same can be said about olives. Be aware of the sodium content though, if this is something you need to keep an eye on. Plant yogurts are next excellent oil-free salad dressing base ingredient. Lower fat options include oat and soy yogurt, and higher fat ones coconut, almond and cashew. Silk and tofu can be used the same way as yogurt. One of my favorites in this category definitely is miso paste, both dark miso and shira miso, which is light in color and has a sweeter taste. And last but not least come fresh fruits and berries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, mangoes, oranges, kiwis and fresh figs. You can either choose one or mix and match the options. It's evident that leaning towards legumes, fruits and veggies, miso, silk and tofu and yogurt will give you a low-fat dressing. At the same time, using nut seeds or avocado as a main ingredient will result in a dressing higher in fats. How much of each should you use? It greatly depends on the main ingredient you are going to choose, but after watching this video, head over to my thorough blog post where I give basic guidelines on quantities for a cup of dressing. Step 2. Choose an acidic agent. You can go for apple cider vinegar, lemon or lime juice, or a good quality balsamic vinegar. Step 3. Herbs and spices. For example, basil, mint, marjoram or oregano, parsley or coriander, and dill. Thyme and rosemary would also fit perfectly. As far as spices are concerned, there are endless options. Here are a few: mustard seeds, cumin, peppers, cardamom, fennel, caraway seeds, ginger, garlic, chili, and so on. Or use a ready-made spice mix. I love my Indian spice mix, which I dry roast myself and then grind. Step 4. Let's add some umami, the core fifth taste. Here's what you can use: tamari, shiro miso, and dark miso, umeboshi paste, which basically is pickled plum puree, black aka kala namak salt, and nutritional yeast. Step 5. If necessary, pick a sweetener. It can be a low glycemic option such as erythritol or xylitol, or stevia drops for that matter. More wholesome choices include date sugar, date syrup, or whole dates. Next, coconut sugar, and finally, high fiber alternatives like mesquite or Peruvian carob powder. And final step, step 6, is liquids. Besides water, you can make use of fruit and vegetable juices, broth, and even sauerkraut juice. And now, not to stay theoretical, let's get some action and make a few dressings. First up is my favorite super quick go-to single-serving Miso-Tahini Dressing. Throw into a glass or a small bowl dark and shiro miso, tahini, lemon juice, turmeric, garlic powder, and horseradish powder optionally. Give it a stir and start adding water gradually until you have the desired consistency. It will be perfect on your lunch or dinner bowl. Feel free to prepare a bigger batch and store in the fridge for easy salads the next days. Next up is my hubby's favorite, Cashew-Miso Dressing. Here's what you'll need: shiro and dark miso, soaked cashews, mustard seeds, lemon juice, fresh garlic, fresh parsley, coriander or basil, and optionally also plant yogurt. Add everything except fresh herbs into a blender or a beaker along with water and process until smooth. Now throw in the herbs and process again. Should you desire, pour in some plant yogurt as well. I used oat yogurt. Store in an airtight jar or container in the fridge for up to 5 days. Excellent on any kind of salad bowls, pasta or pasta salads. Now let's use oven-baked veggies to make this yummy dressing. We roast in oven summer squash, eggplant and carrot. And then we blend the veggies with garlic powder, nutritional yeast, turmeric, lemon juice, nut butter, salt, pepper, and water. I have a separate video on how to make this dressing, so go ahead and have a look. It stores well in an airtight jar or container in the fridge. I'd say up to 5 days or even longer. Excellent on salads, Buddha bowls, and in pasta dishes. Next, let's make this deliciously fresh strawberry vinaigrette. You'll need fresh strawberries, balsamic vinegar, lemon juice, avocado, fresh garlic, and ginger. Add everything to a blender or a beaker and process until smooth. If necessary, add a tiny bit of sweetener. I used erythritol here. I discovered it stores super long in the fridge. At least a week or even more. Keep it close to the back wall of the fridge though. I especially like this dressing with fresh greens and soy products like tofu and tempeh. This is one of my absolute favorite dressings, Chickpea-yogurt tahini dressing. It's so hearty and full of flavor that all my guests have always loved it, including the ones who haven't even heard of oil-free cooking. It's as simple as blending cooked chickpeas, plant yogurt, tahini, lemon juice, garlic and onion powder, turmeric, mustard seeds, kala namak salt, nutritional yeast, green olives and a bit of sweetener. Again, there's a separate video on how to make this dressing, so I'll not go into details here. As all the dressings, it stores super well. And let me just say that it's especially yummy with my lentil loaf. Moving on, here's an easy oil-free marinara sauce. Watch the separate video for the full recipe. You'll be using whole olives for excellent flavor, then tomato paste, dried oregano, garlic, fresh basil and tomato puree. It will make your pasta dish complete. However, it goes equally well with salads and Buddha bowls. Or use it for lasagna and casserole recipes. So, do you feel inspired to try some of them yourself? And I'd love to hear your ideas on which dressings should I create in the future.